Let's talk about neighbors, specifically your American neighbors. If you live in a neighborhood, there are two things you should understand: the culture and the language of living there. The culture. Americans believe it's a good idea to know the people who live on our street. Once we start meeting our neighbors, they will wave at us when we go out to walk the dog, mow the lawn, or fetch the mail. It's helpful to know these people in case we get locked outside the house one cold day, or maybe our car needs a jump start, or perhaps we'll want to borrow a tool to finish a home project. If we're stuck in the snow, neighbors who know us will stop to push us out. If their kids are selling Girl Scout cookies door to door, we will buy an extra box because we know and like them. The poet John Donne once said, "No man is an island." And if you think about it, we live in society to meet and help one another. If you don't really like people, then maybe you should live on a farm or a mountaintop. Next, let's talk about language. How do you describe people's houses in relation to yours? Take this diagram, for example. You live in the house labeled U. How do you describe neighbors A through D? What about neighbors V through Z? The people in houses B and C live next door to you. They are your next door neighbors. The people in houses A and D live 2 doors down from you. They are your neighbors 2 doors down. You can also say 2 houses down. The people in house X live across the street from you. They are your neighbors across the street. The people in houses W and Y live kitty corner across from you. They are your neighbors kitty corner across the street. The people in houses V and Z live across the street and 2 doors down. They are your neighbors across and 2 doors down. By the way, in Michigan, most people say kitty corner for buildings diagonally across from you. In other parts of the U.S., people say catty corner or catter corner. So what about the people who live behind your house? The people who live on the next street? How do you identify neighbors J through N? The people in house L live behind you. They are your backdoor neighbors, or the neighbors behind you. The people in houses K and M live kitty corner behind you. Those are your neighbors kitty corner behind you. You may not have a chance to know the people in houses J and N, so don't worry about describing them, unless they're axe murderers. In that case, you should describe them as people from your former neighborhood. If you want to study these diagrams closer, you can view them on our web page called What's Up. Do you have other questions about the language and culture of your American neighborhood? Send us a message here, and we'll get the answers to you. In the meantime, don't be shy. Introduce yourself to the next neighbor you see. That relationship might come in handy some snowy day.